Before we continue with this video, there's some important news we need to bring to you here, man. Pedro doesn't have an injury, okay? I just found out here from a source connected to the coaching staff of Flamengo's football department that Pedro doesn't have an injury. And he should travel to Argentina for the match against Lanús for the South American Recopa. And I saw that Vene Casagrande has already brought this information too, so credit to Vene, but the information is now confirmed. Pedro doesn't have an injury and will most likely travel to Argentina, where Flamengo faces Lanús on Thursday for the first leg of the South American Recopa in Argentina. All right then, Flamengo with good news regarding Pedro. We were worried about Pedro, but now Pedro doesn't have an injury. Hey guys, Red Black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel, thinner than ever, right? Very happy, more hair, the Slimmer program making this possible. Really grateful, man, working out, swimming, doing my cardio here, man. It's amazing, amazing. Really grateful to Mais Cabello for giving me this opportunity. The slim treatment is fantastic, right? With a lot of health, no hair loss. It's really important, man. And we're getting here just like that, right? Hey guys, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, hit the bell, and leave a cool like on the video. We're also here to remind you that you can get official Flamengo products through YouTube Shopping. I put them here on YouTube Shopping. Man, I'm here, putting Otinho to sleep, right? He's already eaten, had his meal Pedro Leitinho style, right? Does Pedro like it? We joke around, but man, Otto is strong. Otto is strong, a strong red-black supporter. So we have here then Flamengo's products, including the new long-sleeve jersey. This one I'm wearing here looks really cool with a jacket underneath, right? It's not that cold in Rio, actually. It's not cold at all, right? Here we can wear it like this. So all the official Flamengo products, you help Flamengo. You can find them here on YouTube Shopping. Even Flamengo's sponsor is here on YouTube Shopping too. I also want to remind you that we're here with Arudo's Caravan, so you can secure your spot at Flamengo's games in Rio de Janeiro, right? Can you secure yours? A complete package with tickets included for Flamengo's games at Maracanã with Arudo's Caravan. The one that doesn't let you down, doesn't leave you outside, right? So you can be there with trustworthy people, right? A guy who's been serving Flamengo fans for years and has never let anyone down, always providing the best service. Well, let's go. I'll start here. We're going to talk here about the Richarlison situation, right? This turnaround, right? Everything was pointing to Richarlison arriving in the middle of the year, right? To sign with Flamengo, we have Felipe Luiz, who wants to have a more mobile, pressing forward, and he wanted to have Richarlison. But we're going to bring a twist here, right? Which even Flamengo's fans approved, and we're going to talk about it here. But I wanted to start by talking about this ridiculous comment from Pedro Bial. First, he says he would never root for Flamengo. So I'll say this, Bial, you're a tricolor. I really don't expect any tricolor to root for Flamengo. Now watch your mouth before you talk about Flamengo, man. You've been gone for a while, disappeared, and now you're trying to show up again. Talking about Flamengo, you know Flamengo gets a lot of attention, so you want to talk about Flamengo, man? Go for it, man. Take care of your Fluminense, root for your Fluminense, forget about Flamengo, man. Stop talking nonsense, stop saying stupid things, stop saying absurd stuff, and another thing. I'll let Mauro Cesar answer you on S1 Live, guys. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe to S1 Live. Mauro is there too, right? And man, I'll let Mauro Cesar answer you. Mauro Cesar gave a spectacular answer to Pedro Bial. Because Pedro Bial said that Flamengo is a populist team, right? And Corinthians is a popular team. One is populist and the other is really popular. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know anything. What does he know, first of all? Man, go study, go learn, right? Damn. I already thought it was the end of the line. A guy who's a correspondent journalist. I'm also out of Brazil as a correspondent journalist for Placar. And the guy comes back to be, damn, Big Brother. To host Big Brother, for God's sake, man, for God's sake. Is there anything more pointless than Big Brother? I respect those who like it, but come on. Let's see what Mauro Cesar has to say to this journalist, right? Pedro Bial is becoming just another one now, right? Now he wants to show up, talking about Flamengo too. Let's go.
Populism is a word used in a pejorative tone. Okay, when people say that guy is a populist politician, okay? It's a term that gives the idea that it's a demagogic politician, a demagogue, right? So when someone says Flamengo is populist, they're saying something really foolish. It makes sense to say that Flamengo's holistic side is not a popular club. It really wasn't, just like Fluminense wasn't either. Flamengo was a rowing club from the South Zone.
Fluminense was not a popular club.
But Flamengo became a popular club.
The moment it started having soccer,
it started in rowing, then something unexplainable happened. For those who worry that's not Flamengo, Flamengo is a force of nature. Even its populism can't be explained. Oh, because of Radio Nacional, because of whatever. Well, Radio Nacional used to broadcast Flamengo against Flamengo. Why did Radio Nacional broadcast Ruan Flamengo, Madureira, and the people of Perfeito Mauro? Talks about Flamengo. It's unfortunate to create narratives that Flamengo is the villain, the bad guy, in fact, and not just a joke among the fans. It gets attention to invent a foul in a...
It really does get attention.
I'm serious. People involved in football who don't understand the game's dynamics think every play is a foul or penalty.
You're talking about Juca Kifuri too, man. Juca Kifuri, yeah, go after him. If I was someone...
Almost insignificant talking about soccer because no one really takes what I say seriously. Because my opinions are really bad, very shallow. There's no depth. They're just quick takes that I come up with because I'm not good. Talking about soccer, I go for engagement, but what kind of engagement do I get? I go down this path, and that's what's happening. That's my opinion.
Juca Kifuri, Pedro Bial. That's how they're doing it, right? Juca Kifuri saying that Flamengo won with an irregular goal. Come on, man, with a foul. That's shameful, my brother. Watch what you say. Go talk about your Corinthians, go talk about whatever you want, go talk about politics since you like it so much. Come on, for God's sake, Mauro Cesar did really well, man, especially regarding Bial, right? As well as regarding, it's this Juca Kifuri, man, it's this Juca Kifuri who keeps insisting on attacking Flamengo, right? He keeps insisting on attacking Flamengo. Now, Pedro Bial is another one who wants engagement. Good one, Mauro, that's right, he wants engagement, talking about Flamengo. Oh, but you guys are giving him what he wants. It's not that me and Mauro Cesar are giving him what he wants. No way, not us, right? Not us. It's not that we're giving him what he wants. No. We're criticizing these guys who use Flamengo's name. And we need to have the right to criticize and to talk about these absurd things they say. And he talked nonsense. He talked nonsense, right? That's the reality. He said something really stupid, okay? So look, let's see if... I think I spoke loudly here. I woke up Altino, right? I think I woke him up here. Oh no, wait, son, wait, look, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, there you go, it's here, and that's it. Good afternoon. So, guys, let's keep going here with you, bringing you this information, right? That our dear friend Marcelo Canella from Canella Narede brought here. Regarding Richarlison, okay, look at this, huh? She wrote down that she ran out, so it's important information regarding Richarlison and Flamengo fans. There's even a twist involving Richarlison. And Flamengo fans really like the news because the rejection is very strong. Flamengo fans don't want it, right? For the most part, they don't want Richarlison to be signed, right? I'm here recording with Atinho, man, so sometimes he wakes up, you know? Cries. Then I have to rock the stroller. So look, just bringing this information from Marcelo Canella, right? Credit already given properly, Richarlison isn't coming anymore. He posted because of the terrible backlash on social media after the news about Felipe Luiz's interest in Pombo came out. Internally, Flamengo's management has already decided that the forward will no longer be an option in the mid-year transfer window. Okay, so even Canella brought this information, saying that Richarlison isn't coming anymore, joking with that meme of mine, she's not coming anymore. And then this information comes in, and the Flamengo fans obviously react to this information, since many Flamengo fans didn't even want Richarlison to come just because of his attitude. He has no connection with Flamengo at all, right? He's a player who, even though he fits the profile that Felipe wants and that Felipe really likes and wants to sign him, Felipe, according to Pilhado, even has Richarlison's word that if he returned to Brazil, he would give priority to Flamengo. So we have all these situations. But the news is that Flamengo is not going to sign Richarlison anymore, according to Marcelo. Canella in the net, because of the fans' rejection, just like what happened with Mickey Johnston. Do you guys remember? The Irish striker that Flamengo was going to sign but ended up giving up on because of the huge rejection from Flamengo's fans, even because of his stats, right? So look at this comment here from Carla Gianni. For God's sake, guys, Helio Miller, thank God, amen. Jonathan Silva, little hearts and a thumbs up. Ronaldo Silva says Marcos Leonardo is better. Gabriel Henrique Silva says there are much better strikers on the market. Just look for Professor Claudine. Congratulations, President BAP, look at that. And a little thumbs up sent to BAP. Carla Gianni, not him. Alan Miguel 552. Gloria Sandre Pereira MV. I don't like Richarlison, Goldmanissime, thank God, amen. Fabio Gonçalves. Marcos Leonardo isn't good enough for Felipe Luis, but Richarlison is. The fans are criticizing Richarlison a lot, and Felipe Luis's decision. Actually, what Felipe himself said is that he's not the one who chooses, right? And that he has to put the team to play with the player the board chooses. And actually, the information we have is that Felipe didn't veto Marcos Leonardo, okay? He really prefers a more mobile player, a player with a different profile from Richarlison, Caio, Jorge, and so on. People say Serie B has better, cheaper players than Pombo. Someone here said Richarlison is always injured. That's a big problem. No, for God's sake, he can't come. Seriously, the fans are really rejecting him, okay? Fabiano Correa didn't want Pombo at Mengo. No, for God's sake, not Pombo, okay? Fabricio de Moura does that, doesn't he? The guy is a Vasco fan, and Marcos Leonardo is a São Paulo fan. There are other forwards. There are even people asking for Junior Bravim not to come even for free. Okay, the number 10 Souza, God forbid that. Flamengo fans hate this guy, and Flamengo is going to bring him in? No, apparently not. Not according to Canela's information. So he was rejected, okay? The rejection made them give up, okay? Consider his stats from the last 2 seasons. He hasn't even scored 10 goals in 2 years. That's a problem, right? You have to factor that in. So I think this decision by Flamengo's management is the best possible, man. It's a situation where you're bringing in a player who is already facing rejection and he doesn't have impressive numbers, right? Like some people are saying. He has injuries and everything, but the most important thing, man, is this rejection from the fans, right? You know, for example, Caio Jorge, despite all the difficulties, 80 or 90% wanted Caio Jorge. Flamengo, for example, Marcos Leonardo, 90%, that's it, man. Even though some people still complain like, oh, he's a São Paulo fan and all, but man, there's no rejection like that now. The rejection of Richardson is really big, it's really big. Then the guy shows up if the fans have lost their patience. And you already had people criticizing Paquetá in the first 3 matches, right? Now he scored the goal, so that'll ease things up a bit. But if there were already people criticizing Paquetá after 3 matches, him, who's a die-hard Rubro Negro fan, someone the fans absolutely love, there were already people criticizing him, and a lot of people. Can you imagine a Vasco fan who comes in already facing a lot of rejection? 2 bad games, man, or even 1 bad game, man, just 1 bad game, there would already be a lot of people calling for the player's head, right? Man, are you crazy? Now I'm going to talk about another situation here. We need to talk about this. There's no way we can avoid talking about the fans. We're here, man. And we also have to represent the fans a little, both in the press conference when we ask questions and in our criticism, we have to bring what the fans are thinking. And Felipe might get upset, the management might get upset. But man, this insistence on Samuelino, even though I also think he can recover, but he recovers by coming in during the second half. Bring him back then. Why does Cebolinha have to be in such an amazing phase? And you know what? Flamengo, yesterday he went right at the Botafogo player, got into the minds of the Botafogo players. He and Luis Araujo came into the game really well. Why do these 2 guys have to come in during the game? And they've already proven that they've been at Flamengo for a long time in amazing phases. They're players who really deserve to be starters, so why keep putting these guys on the bench and bringing them in during the second half, giving opportunities to Plata and Samuelino? And look, I have nothing against those guys, but if they don't, if the field speaks, Felipe, if the field speaks, you need to let the field speak. It's Luis Araujo and Cebolinha as starters, Cara and Paquetá in the midfield, Pulgar, Paquetá, or Everton, Araújo, Arrascaeta or Carrascal, and up front, Cebolinha, Luis Araújo, and Pedro. That's it. This is Flamengo's team. This is Flamengo's team. And if Cebolinha can't play, it's Bruno Henrique on the left. And then, yes, he plays really well. Samuel Lino and Plata both come in during the second half. Squad players, team players, players who will come in during the second half. And if their performance is speaking for itself at any point, they'll be starters. But the truth is, there's no explanation for not giving Luis Araujo and Cebolinha a spot as starters. Yeah, there isn't, okay? That's what's causing it. These are some of the things that are causing all this pressure on you that we've been seeing, right? And you, even though you say the answer has to be given on the field to the fans and everything else, as if this isn't affecting you, it is affecting you, it really is. There's no one who comes out of a situation like this without being affected. It's affecting you a lot. And we know it is, saying you don't care and so on. It doesn't work, I won't believe it. All of this just wears you down. It just keeps building up, it gets inside. And once it starts boiling, it's hard to get out. My unharmed friend, it's complicated, man. Darga being stubborn, use those who are doing better. If the field speaks, like you like to say, it's Cebolinha and Luis Araujo as starters, man. You get it? You get it, Felipe? Straight talk, straight talk. Let the field speak. So honestly, that's right. And put Cebolinha and Luis Araujo as starters on this team. Or, at worst, put Samuel Lino and Plata after him. If Paqueta has to play, which I also don't want. But who am I to say? I don't want to run your team or your lineup. But if the field speaks, you have to put Plata and Samuel Lino behind as options, right? They have to be the first backups for these players I'm talking about. There's no explanation. You get me? Samuel Lino is behind Bruno Henrique on the left. So what now? I'm not talking about Bruno Henrique playing as a striker. I'm talking about Bruno Henrique playing on the left, where he likes to play. Bruno Henrique there on the left. For me, he's ahead of Samuel Lino. I want everyone's opinion. Okay, but I think most people will agree with me, right? Let me know if you stayed until the end of the video. I'll read it. But there's one last piece of news. Sad, terrible, right? A shame, an absolute shame. Something else that Tite did, right? And man, there's no explanation. There's really no way. Sorry, there's no excuse for this, man. There's no explanation. Hey, Tite, what you did is unforgivable. So Tite is leaving the Cruzeiro game, and there's a kid wearing a Flamengo jersey, underage. His face is even covered in the image. He went to ask Tite for a photo. Tite looked at the kid and said, no Flamengo, no Flamengo, no. He refused to take a photo with a kid, man. He refused to take a photo with a minor just because he was wearing a Flamengo jersey. He used to be with Flamengo, and now he says something like that. No Flamengo. Who do you think you are, man? Who are you to say that, damn it? Who are you? Seriously? What a lack of respect for a kid. What a lack of respect for Flamengo, man. A team you already coached, no matter how bad it was or how you left. That's just disrespectful. Flamengo, no. Refusing to take a picture with a kid, that's just messed up, man. And even if it wasn't a kid, even if it was an adult, I've never refused to take a picture. Look, here I'm followed on Placar and here on the channel by fans of all clubs. I go out with my wife, sometimes we're here. You guys know I'm living here in Florida, at least until after the World Cup. After that, I don't know where I'll go, if I'll go back to Brazil. We don't know, guys. There's no way to tell. I'm a citizen of the world, man. Do you ever get tired of hanging out at Disney Springs? There's Pele's store there. With official club merchandise and stuff, man. There are always fans from other clubs there. People stop me, man, ask to take pictures, man. I never thought I'd say that. Put on the Palmeiras jersey, put on the Corinthians jersey, put on the Vasco jersey. Man, it's because the person watches you. It's because they recognized you, whether it's from a meme, whatever it is. You need to show respect, man. Take the picture. You're the one with the millionaire salary. Tite, because of the football audience, respect the old fan, respect the fan. Okay, that's it, okay? Message delivered. It's disrespectful to Flamengo and the fans. We're together. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. Greetings, Juan Bruno Negras. But, wait. Let me show you here. I didn't show it, right? I didn't show it. I ended up talking about the scene, but I didn't show it. Look here. Look, Ina, that's great. 2-3. There was a boy over there with his face covered. Not Flamengo. No, not Flamengo. No, not Flamengo. No. Not Flamengo, Tite. Second time I clap for you negatively. There was a goal, Tite. There was a goal, Tite.